We got a call coming in, guys.
Nice.
Well, you're on Motorcycle Mayhem Radio.
Hello, hello.
Hey, man, this is Jesse.
Yo,
Hey, what's up, Jesse? How are you?
Doing great, guys. How you doing?
We're doing real good, man. We're looking forward to talking to you tonight. We're really excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Well, are y'all in two different locations?
No,
No.
we're sitting next to each other right now.
Very
Okay.
close.
Yeah.
I can actually touch him.
So,
Oh, okay.
so Jesse, we got a couple things we'd like to talk to you about. I know you don't have much time, but are you excited for playing Vet City? You're looking forward to this?
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I can hear. Tell me which one of you is who.
I'm Johnny, the host.
How you doing? I'm Mike, the co-host, road captain.
Okay, Johnny, your co-host Mike is louder than you are.
Oh, that can't happen.
No, that can't happen.
Is
Look
that
at that.
is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking me, no. You got further away.
I got further away.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, man.
Well, you
Okay.
you tell me what you want me to say.
Okay.
Joe.
Well, I'll talk.
I got
If you can't understand me, Mike will talk. Okay. But,
I just have to listen clearly. I'm so many years of loud rock and roll, you know.
Yeah.
no, I'm with you, man. So Vet City, are you looking forward to doing it?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
It's gonna be great.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a great event. You're really going to enjoy it. They really know what they're doing over there. Well, beautiful stage, lights, all that stuff. It's going to be it's professionally done and done right. So you're going to love it.
Yeah. No, I just after the first conversation I had with them, is I could tell they do things right.
Yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to it now. Are you what kind of set can you play there? A full set you're going to do or?
That's all we know how to do.
Man.
I mean, like,
He's
are we
100%.
bringing the chainsaw?
Yeah, of course.
I have 3 in my sock as we speak.
Can we hear one? I want to hear one of those.
Right. That'd be
I
awesome.
want to hear a chainsaw.
You know,
I've even got the detachable ends for all the lady users.
nice. See, this is the guy that thinks. He's a motivator.
Mike, you had a couple questions for him, right?
Absolutely, I do. Listen, we're talking to a guy that's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay, yeah.
You know, he has. He did. How did you do 21 concerts in one day? Is there a story behind that?
No, yeah, well, we did 100 shows in 50 days, and that was on the back of a flatbed truck with all of the gear strapped down to it. And we went, we played Topeka that morning, Kansas City that night, Lincoln that morning, Omaha that night, just jotting across the country doing that. And then we, for the 21 shows in 24 hours, we did that at a station down in Amarillo, Texas. And we went into Amarillo, Texas, and we set up inside the studio at the radio station. And they brought in audiences into the room. And we would do a show, had to be a minimum of a half hour.
Wow.
So we'd do a half hour or better, and then it'd be like 15 minutes to say hey to those people and change out the audience, and then we'd do another half hour. And then we took a little bit of a break, about midway through and got some food and that kind of thing. But yeah, we did 21 shows in a 24-hour period. And, and I'll have you know, I sang my ass off on the first 17 of those 21.
Oh my God!
And then I started getting a little tattered.
Right.
And then the chainsaw came out and did the rest.
No, we played the chainsaw 21 times. So
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I see Jesse, man. This guy puts his heart and soul, man. All the energy comes out of him. You're from Georgia. You know, when you were growing up in Georgia and stuff, what was your genre that you were listening to? What kind of music that got you into Southern rock and roll?
Well, in 1971, but not going on 1972, I guess it was. I came home from school, and my dad had gotten laid off from Lockheed Aircraft. And he was building the big C-5As for the government at Lockheed at a big company called Lockheed.
Right.
And he got. And my dad doesn't have a 10th grade education, so he had gotten hired on. He had a fake high school diploma, which you can imagine back in the '60s, looked like Fido's ass.
Right.
And but but the guy felt sorry for him and hired him because my mom had me sitting on her lap and was pregnant with my brother. So he didn't have a 10th grade education, and he had bought us this little lower middle class home and a car, and we were trucking along, and then he got laid off from Lockheed, and he panicked, and he sold everything that we had.
Wow.
And he sold everything, including my bicycle.
Oh.
And we moved to Gadsden, Alabama.
All right.
And we lived about a quarter of a mile down the street from a steel plant. And we moved into a mobile home trailer in the back of an asphalt parking lot.
Right.
And my parents bought a little cafe that was in that parking lot, and my dad couldn't even boil water.
Wow.
And so my dad went to work for Kentucky Fried Chicken for a little bit because he was going to steal the Colonel's recipe. and he ended up, back then they used to cut their chickens by hand, and he accidentally cut some chickens. And so he said, screw this. And we specialized in farm-raised, grain-fed catfish. But there was a jukebox in that cafe.
Right.
And in that jukebox was all this incredible music of the early 70s.
Okay.
So it was Rolling Stones and Deep Purple and things like that. But it was James Brown,
Right.
Wilson Pickett,
Rod Stewart.
Otis Redding. No, I didn't pay too much attention. Again, stick with me on this one. Yeah. James Brown, Wilson Pickett, Otis Redding, Joe Tex.
Nice.
Just all these incredible powerhouse black soul, guys that had so much power. And with all due respect to Rod Stewart, he's badass. But I'm talking about these guys that invented it.
Wow.
But there was a guy named Joe Tex especially that just ripped my soul. He sang a song of, I got you. Thought you got away, now didn't you?
That's awesome.
And he just had that powerful voice. And so the guy would come and change the 45s out on the jukebox, and he would give me the 45s. And I had a 5-gallon pickle barrel that I'd washed out, a pickle bucket, and that the little hamburger dill pickles came in. And I washed that out, and I kept all my 45s in those things.
Wow.
And I would run to the back of that little mobile home trailer and sit in there and just play those records and scream along with them. And that's what I grew up on.
Nice. Wow, that's a great story, man.
It is.
Let me ask you a question. How did you get the Chainsaw involved with your music?
Because my stock answer is that I'll give you is that it's just the most definitive instrument for rock and roll. It's loud, it's aggressive, it's abrasive, it's destructive, it's stanky, it's everything rock and roll should be. But the truth is that we were playing a bar in Atlanta that we held the sales and attendance record for that venue, and the club owner did a lot of cocaine.
Wow.
And he had already had a couple of heart attacks, but he kept doing cocaine, and he was a very excitable guy. And I told him, I said, I'm going to bring a chainsaw here when I cut this place up.
Nice. There you go.
And one of the nights that I knew we were going to have a record crowd, because it was just the band was exploding, I carried that chainsaw. I went and rented one from a tool rental place, and I went by Walmart and got me some mailbox letters and spelt the name of the band and stuck it to the blade.
Wow.
And I went in and I was cutting chairs up, and I carved the name of the band in the ceiling. And he was charging me, you're going to pay $300 for this, you're going to do this, you're going to do that.
Oh, my God.
He was madder than hell.
Meanwhile, you're holding the chainsaw, what?
But at the end of the night, the band was playing, and some guitar players were getting up and jamming, and we were just doing some standard blues stuff. And they're playing Jimi Hendrix's Red House.
Wow.
Nice.
And I grabbed the chainsaw and took a lead break with it.
Excellent.
And the rest is history. It just kind of worked.
There you go.
So I wrote the Lumberjack song. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And now I charge people to cut up their ceilings.
Right?
Can you come
Full
to the
circle.
studio and cut up our ceiling, please? But now I actually met you back in May. I don't know if you remember me.
Yeah.
Remember me? No.
Sure he does. Nah,
And I gotta
a
tell you,
hamburger.
how did you get into doing whiskey? Because I have a bottle of your whiskey in my hand right now. That
All right. Well,
I-
God bless you.
I
Yeah,
never opened it. I was always saving it for a special occasion. And what's more special than doing a shot with my boys
Right.
with you on the phone?
That's awesome. And we're gonna do a shot for your dad, man.
There you go. Yes.
You know?
Well, thank you. The whole bourbon thing came about because I was consulting. I know this sounds crazy, but over the years I've got a knack for making relationships for people and
Okay.
and understanding the dynamics of some last May, I guess it was.
Yeah, you're a guy that wears a whole bunch of hats, man. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
You're an executive producer on the Full Throttle show. I mean, you do a lot of stuff up there. You have a lot of businesses that you run. I mean, you just go. You're probably the hardest working lead man that I hear about these days. That you're constantly on the go, and that's the
Right.
way you like it, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been very, very blessed to be able to have some dreams come true, and I'm scared to even stop and think about it because I don't want it all to just disappear on me.
Right. No, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. We had a little bit of a problem. We're back now. We're all good with Jesse. We have Jesse James Dupree on the phone with us right now. He was giving us a story about how we got into the whiskey business and the chainsaw business and all that good stuff. So we are rolling again. Sorry, Jesse.
There you go. It's all good.
It's all good. So yeah, we're gonna actually have a shot of your whiskey right now.
Right now, here we go.
All right. Cheers. This is for you and your dad, Jesse.
God bless.
Well, thank you. God bless you. I appreciate that.
Oh wow,
Wow, that's good bourbon.
that's good.
That's what it's called Liquid America.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Ooh,
This-
that's
This is the American Outlaw Tennessee, the single barrel with the blue label.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking the good stuff.
The good
isn't it?
stuff. Yeah. Hey, we're from New York. We
Oh,
only
yeah.
like the good stuff.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
That single barrel is top shelf. I
Oh,
mean,
this
that's
is good
good.
stuff.
God, this is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, good stuff, right? Well,
Ooh, nice caramel vanilla.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Wow.
Woo, man.
Little smoky.
The barrel house sits 15 foot from the railroad tracks,
Right.
and so 5 times a day, the trains come through and shake the barrels,
Oh.
and
Wow.
so it's locomotive agitated, and
Right.
and people ask me what it tastes like. It tastes like just like fucking Johnny Cash.
There you go. There you go.
I hear that train a coming.
Coming.
It's coming around. the bend.
But Jesse, we are very excited to meet you, to hang out with you. We'll be at Vet City also, and hopefully we can get together there.
Yeah.
Good. You know what's something else, Johnny?
Yeah.
I know he knows that, but a lot of people out there. There's a small town in Tennessee where he has this distill out there.
Right.
There's about 700 people that live there, and the town was broken down. Not only does he do everything out there that he does, but he also saved the town from being destroyed. So now that town is actually coming back up again. They're
Right.
making money. And you have to feel really good about that, Jesse, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the little town of Trimble. It was about to file to be bankrupt, and we went in and put the distillery in a little barbecue restaurant we named after Michael Ballard's sister. We lost to breast cancer, and now the town they built them a new volunteer fire department and bought them a new police car.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's awesome, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's a good
that's what
story.
life.
It's-
That's what life's all about. man.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then we got the Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis that you guys need to make it up to. We got 600 acres of off the hook up there with the Full Throttle Saloon and the Pappy Hoyle Campground, and it's PAPPYHOEL campground.com. And,
Okay.
And then of course, we're coming to Vet City, which is I know that they've been just getting that event up off the ground here. And so we're glad to be playing there. We're going to turn that place into Jackal's Bar and Grill.
There you go.
And yeah, it's going to be one hell of a party. And they're already anticipating that we're going to be setting record crowds as soon as they announced Jackal was going to be there.
Oh, man.
All the indications are that it's going to be a record crowd, and we're going to make it. We're going to leave the damnedest stain we can muster up.
Oh
Nice.
man, that's awesome, man. Man, I can't wait, man. I really can't wait to get there
I can't.
and to hang out with you, to be able to do a shot. I'm bringing this bottle with me to
Good
Vet
luck.
City.
Good luck on that. We might be finishing
No,
it tonight.
In Myrtle Beach, I was hanging out with him, Fajita Mike, and Mike Ballard, and they had I guess it was Full Throttle moonshine. So me and Mike are sucking these bottles down. He signed one, you signed one, and Mike signed one. So I have 3 of those moonshine bottles
Nice.
signed with you guys
Awesome.
on there. But let me ask you one more question. What do you ride? We are a motorcycle show.
Yeah, I ride a street glide, Harley Davidson street glide.
Awesome.
And again, very, very proud to be working with Harley Davidson Motor Company. I mean, it's just such a slice of America, as you already know. And so anyway, it's, I can't get enough of it. God reached down out of the heavens and touched that new Milwaukee 8 engine
Nice.
right on the head. And I'm a lifetime Hog member. And,
Awesome.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah,
proud to be.
gotta
Got to be
be.
part of that organization.
Absolutely, they do so much
look
for
forward
us.
to so I was talking to the organizers of the vet city festival, and we're gonna maybe they might be. I think they're gonna definitely do a big charity motorcycle ride that day. So I'm gonna see if I can't work it out to maybe come in and be part of that.
That'd be great, man.
Man.
That would be awesome.
What are you kidding me?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We're
You're
definitely
leading the way, you know.
We're definitely coming to Sturgis this year. We're hoping to bump into you.
Yeah.
Maybe hang out a little bit. We'll talk about that in Kentucky.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know?
Yes, we will. So, sheesh.
Well, I appreciate you guys personally. Let me get on here and invite everybody out to what I think Jackal. What y'all call the name of that place we're playing?
That's
Vet City.
Vet City.
I just told you, Jackal stop. So,
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's gonna be.
Right. Jackals.
y'all get to drinking, you don't pay attention.
Right.
We're from New York. We don't pay attention to much except potholes.
Yo, what are you talking about? Eh?
There you go, huh?
Hey, forget about it.
But, man, it was so great talking to you. We're going to let you get off the phone now. And we're looking forward to meeting you, hanging out with you. We're going to do a shot with you
Yes.
of your own
Wait,
Jesse
wait,
James.
I'm proud of the fact that we didn't need a translator.
What are you all talking about?
Hey, I don't have the accent. You have the accent.
You two guys talk funny.
And we look pretty funny, too.
Well, I appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to seeing when we get up there. Y'all have a great day, a great weekend, a great week. We're 5 nights straight, so 5 nights straight on the tour bus. I'm in Tucson, so
man.
every night's a week. Every night's a Friday night for us.
There you go, man.
Hey,
Oh, man, living the life, man.
Can you start that chainsaw before you go? Can we hear it one
Can
time?
you hear it, Chainsaw?
You know what? I didn't see your credit card number come over my phone.
We're not asking you to call something.
we just heard you sing the blues, for God's sakes.
Yeah, hold on, Larry. What's your card number? It's Larry Job's birthday. Can you do it for him?
Again?
Again. Awesome.
Well,
Look,
listen,
you guys seriously, it's good talking to you. Have a great week and stay in touch, okay?
we'll see you soon, then. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Bye.
That was awesome.
That was a
man.
great phone call, man. He was awesome.